was a lot of complaining. She didn't talk about China. She didn't talk about fracking. She didn't talk about crime. She didn't talk about 70% of our people are living in poverty.
Mr. President, I'm live now. Say hello to my audience. Don't say anything that'll get you in trouble. All right.
I don't mind. At this point, what difference does it make? We're doing well. We're leading in the polls.
I personally thought it was a terrible speech. It was very nonspecific. It was also very short. She just wanted to get off the stage because her ideas are bad. Look, she's a Marxist.
Donald Trump went on a tirade last night after Kamala Harris's speech to close out the DNC, and he was posting nonstop. He live reacted to Harris's address, posting 48 times during the speech. And the speech was 37 minutes. It was succinct. Every talking point mattered. And it was also significantly shorter by almost an hour than his acceptance speech at the RNC, which was famously panned as boring. So we can't go through all 48 of his Truth Social posts, but we did gather some of the more unhinged ones, starting with this. Too many thank yous, too rapidly said. What's going on with her? Another one, Walz is an assistant coach, not a coach. Here's a good one. These prosecutions were all started by her and Biden against their political opponent, me. And really encapsulating his narcissistic spirit, is she talking about me? He also added this one this morning. My administration will be great for women and their reproductive rights. Well, there you have it. If you were concerned about the guy who was responsible for overturning Roe, he just told you. You have nothing to worry about. Now, immediately after the speech, he called Fox News to rant, during which he seemed to be accidentally pressing buttons on his phone. He got agitated when Martha McCallum asked him about the fact that Kamala Harris is gaining ground against him with some demographics. Take a look.
She's trying to pull the youth vote, the Hispanic vote, the black vote back in her direction. Polls show that she's having some success in that at this point. So what are you going to do? What's your strategy to rebuild the momentum that you had with those voters?
No, she's not having success. I'm having success. I'm doing great with the Hispanic voters. I'm doing great with black men. I'm doing great with women because women want safety. They want safety. And they don't have safety when they have somebody allowing 20 million people into our country, many of them very dangerous people. No, it's only in your eyes that they have that, Martha. We're doing very well in the polls. We're leading in most of the polls.
So just a quick fact check. He's usually very accurate, but he's not doing well with women. He's not doing great with women, to be specific. An Economist YouGov poll taken this week found 51% of women said they support Harris, while 38% backed Trump. That's a 13-point lead. Anyway, he went on so long that he was eventually cut off by Brett Baier and Martha McCallum while talking about RFK Jr. Take a look.
Look, he was treated very unfairly by the Democrats. He would have beaten Joe Biden in a Democrat primary. I have no doubt about it. And they made it absolutely impossible for him. They made it that you have to get 60, 70% of the vote just to get in. And you know what?
President.
In the end, the Democrats did the same thing to Joe Biden. They threw Joe Biden out of the party.
And that's
they
why
did
we
the
saw a
same
different
thing
night
as they
tonight.
did to RFK.
Mr. President, thank you so
very much, sir.
for the time.
Okay,
we appreciate that live feedback.
Appreciate the feedback. Yes. What do you think? How would you describe Trump's behavior after Harris's speech last night? What fueled it?
Hey, don't scroll away. Come back. Because before the video continues, we just want to urge you to lend your support to TYT. You power our honest reporting. You do it at tyt.com/team, and we love you for it.
I mean, it's entirely predictable, but I think you touched on it already. It's that narcissism. Everything is about him. And what was the one tweet in all capital letters? Is she talking about me? It's like weird, like Dumbledore energy there, but he just can't fathom how anything could be not about him, because the way that he understands politics is as a game, right? He's playing a game, he's fighting against this other person, and he has to win. And that's all it is for him. That's all it has ever been for him. He needs to get into the White House. That's his goal. Whoever gets there is a winner, and he's not a loser. He hates losers. He can't be that guy. So whenever somebody like Kamala Harris is getting up there, she's talking about policies and she's talking to the people and she's talking about things that people are interested in, things that people want to hear from her. He doesn't really understand it, can't compute what's actually going on. And he doesn't know how to respond to that, right? He doesn't know how to respond to policy because he doesn't have any policies of his own. The only policy that he does have is Project 2025. And we know that he has famously been trying to distance himself from that. So he really has no platform that he can speak of. All he can say is things like, women love me, I'm winning, she's not winning. And I'm gonna be great for women's healthcare and I'm a great president, all these things. And he has never had any kind of substance. And that is the Donald Trump that we know. That's the candidate Donald Trump that we know. He's never had a platform. He has never won anything by actually speaking to the issues and by speaking to real, tangible solutions to things. This goes back to the first time he was running for president and he said he was just going to build a wall. And people said, how are you going to do that? How are you going to pay for it? And he just said, oh, Mexico will pay for it. And he had no way to explain any of it because none of his stuff is well thought out. But he got away with it because nobody really in his camp, none of his supporters really demanded to know why he was saying the things he was saying, how he was going to accomplish the things he wanted to accomplish. So he was able to get away with that. But up against someone like Kamala Harris, he really is going to have to step up his game. And I really just don't think he has it in him to do that.
I mean, this was like, what's that SNL skit where David Spade, bye-bye and bye-bye. I mean, that's what Brett Baier was turned into, an SNL skit as they hurried him off the line. He posted an average of just about every 45 seconds on that garbage Truth Social. It is embarrassing even for him that this is where he is. It used to be, remember, mainstream media propped him up. Every time he opened his mouth, they were breaking in, live coverage. And now he can't even stay on the line with Fox News. It's sad.
It is very sad. But it also is funny that he made the rounds. Like he called multiple hosts, multiple shows, just cold calling people while Greg Gutfeld was on the air. So to me, and we saw this happen a lot when he was president, he would sit in his bedroom or sit in his office, watch TV, and then just call in when he knew they were on air. So seems like he was just sitting at home watching Greg Gutfeld upset and then saying, all right, well, I'm just gonna call him and see if I can get some airtime. Just really weird behavior from somebody who was running for president. He's not on the trail. JD Vance is on the trail. Trump is nowhere to be found. He's at his golf club. He sometimes does a press conference and that's it. JD Vance is the one going out there to donut shops or to restaurants, actually doing the retail campaigning. His heart's not in it and it is so fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think this is like what we've all been waiting for 10 long years, and finally we're seeing everything kind of implode upon itself. So I'm here for it.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.